Joe and the Shitboys is a Faroese queer vegan punk band, but it's a quite interesting self-definition of your music. How and when you founded your band and how you got together?
Siggy, he texted me one day in 2018. He was like, "Hey, you want to start a shit punk band? We're gonna be called Joe and the Shitboys, and you're gonna be Joe." Just released like 1 7-inch single, and that's like supposed to be it. But then we started like playing shows and making more music and putting a message behind it, and people liked it a lot more than the other projects that we were doing. And this was a lot easier. We were like doing, we wrote, rehearsed, and recorded one song an hour. Like, so after 10 hours we had an album.
Nice.
And it was 10 minutes long. Also on a 7-inch. And yeah, I guess like that's how it started. Just people kept enjoying it.
Yeah, Sunday plans. I remember it being a Sunday. And I don't know, we just got together one day and it was very quickly that we had songs. And
it felt easier.
Yeah. To be queer and be vegan in the Faroese society is quite unusual because it's a more conservative society usually. Not everyone, of course, but if you think about that, there are quite huge conservative communities, and also the media, like many frequencies for Linden, for example, you can hear everywhere the religious channel, and also it's quite interesting how the society is, but definitely not like Berlin, for example. So it's a different world. So the self-definition is quite a big message. How you fit into the Faroese community, and how many locals are for your music, for your messages, and how much for abroad, because possibly you can find rather resonating community in metropoles, or is the Faroese local community also open for this kind of messages what you have in your songs?
Well, I think that like if everybody's super open, then it's kind of unnecessary music. Back home, no, not everybody's open to it, but we do have a lot of supporters. And in the Faroes, there's also like this thing that even though you very much disagree with someone, like you're gonna see them again at the grocery store. So you're not gonna have these like big confrontations. So even people who are like very conservative, they're often very happy for us still. But the music, like the lyrics, they are for the Faroese people, but they are in English, so others can also like follow along, and the issues are often like on a global scale. Like you can take all these subjects and apply them to your own society, own little community. Yeah, I think it's cool that it right now, at least, it provides a voice for some people. I remember like we played at the Pride after party because we were too queer for the regular Pride. For reals, yeah. But there was this kid who asked for an autograph. It was cool. I gave him an autograph. Then I met him like a couple years later, and then he told me that, oh yeah, I was the kid that you gave an autograph to. And then he told me he was trans, and he showed me his arms. They were just covered in scars from cutting. But he told me he had not cut himself since that night.
That's encouraging.
What?
That was encouraging.
Yeah, it's very encouraging. It means that you are making a difference. and I would encourage people to try and make a difference in their local communities. It doesn't always matter if what you do is like on a global scale, because like I don't think we're ever going to be as big as Green Day or anything like that, and that's okay. If we were to get that big, it would be cool, but that's not something that we're striving for. And I think more people should think like that. Like what you do, it makes a difference.
You work at Total, the main and most important music label of the Faroe Islands, and there are all kinds of genres of the music, and the Faroese culture is quite broad, and you have every styles of music. How can be that a so small community of only 50,000 people in the middle of nowhere, where you need to go by ship 1.5 to 2 days from Europe, or need to fly, and it's not sure if you can land or not, because it all depends on the weather. So really an isolated world with so few people, yet we have every music styles, from country to ska, pop, rock, really everything. And there are some worldwide known acts like Iver or Tyr, but there are lots of talents and very good musicians. I could tell the names till the morning. There are so many in this small community. So what can be the reason behind it?
Well, I think it's like it is a very isolated place. So like nobody's going on tours to the Faroes. So like yeah, Siggy was saying is you just like you make your own stuff. Like oh, you want to hear some death metal? Well, then you gotta start a death metal band. And I think people like the musical output is very high. I think one of the reasons is because you can't play that many shows, so you got to do something. Because like we usually say, in the Faroes you play 6 times and everybody's seen you twice.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta like put your musical effort somewhere else, so you create music. And yeah, there's a lot of different music being put out. It's also because like it was hard to like be a direct musical inspiration to others in the Faroes, because you are competing with stuff like Spotify or YouTube, whatever. Like people can get their music everywhere. So since it's not like direct influences, or if there are direct influences, they're not like as strong, then you get like loads of different types of music. Well, that's just like me guessing. It's yeah. There's probably like it's got something to do with like instruments for the common man. I don't know when they started appearing, like a little over 100 years ago or something.
Yeah.
Before that, it was just singing. So when they do appear, then people start playing music, and like we're pretty new to the game. We're very focused on that, and I think that's also why we don't have like a strong dance culture. We have the Faroese chain dance.
Yeah, that's very special.
It's special, but it's very simple, and you can't really do it to all kinds of music.
Not punk.
Definitely not punk. So yeah, I think right now it's just music that is the focus. Maybe in 50 years we're gonna be like the dance central of the world. I don't know. There's loads of things that could be the reason.
What do you think about Grindadráp? What is often bringing, because of a very aggressive negative propaganda by certain organizations against the Faroe Islands.
Is what he's talking about.
And I find it quite unfair against the Faroes to make those propaganda movies, because many people just see some photos without context, that Grindadráp is the Faroes, and simplifying the whole Faroese society and country and nation on the issue of the Grindadráp in the foreign media. Yet it is much more, and there's a huge culture and lots of amazing things. Yet the foreign media is often simplifying the Faroe Islands to Grindadráp, the whale hunting. So what do you think about it and its effect on the Faroese society and its role in the Faroese society?
Well, I think it comes down to ethnocentrism, because like nobody who eats meat can be justifiably against Grindadráp, which morals are being broken here. Like if you buy your food from the supermarket, that meat that you're buying, those animals have had lives that are way worse than a whale that's lived out in the free. We're vegans, so of course don't like the Grindadráp, but what happens if you remove the Grindadráp? You think it's gonna be we're gonna eat vegan burgers now. All these old people, they're gonna stop eating the grind, they're gonna eat vegan burgers. No, they're not. If you take out the whale meat, you replace it with the supermarket meat. And if you had a choice to live free your whole lives, and then the last hour of your life is very stressful, you're getting chased to the beach and then you're getting killed, or you're stuck in a slaughterhouse your whole life. You want to know how much space a free-range chicken needs?
And you're getting injected with chemicals as well.
Injected with chemicals as well. But you know how much space a free-range chicken needs before you can call it free-range? 1 square meter. That's it. That is not a life that I would like to live. Then I would choose to be a whale that gets killed in the Grindadráp any day. So I'm vegan, and I'm against the unnecessary suffering of animals, and I do think that the Grindadráp is that is unnecessary suffering, because unnecessary suffering is applicable anywhere where you don't have to kill to survive. And I've been vegan for 8 years, and I'm still here, so it's clearly not necessary. So if I eat meat, then it's unnecessary harm, and that is animal cruelty. But all these fucking people that pretend to be on the right side of history, it's very gross, I think. And I think it's to me it's got nothing to do with tradition or anything like that. I don't think tradition should ever be an excuse for cruelty, but to go after a small country, to force artists to boycott a very conservative place, just because you don't like when they kill the cute whales, the cute dolphins. I think that's disgusting. Fix your own shit before you're coming after us. And
It's ignorant.
It's very ignorant. And like I said, you remove the grind and it gets replaced with supermarket meat, which is way worse. So you think that you're doing a good thing by enforcing all these boycotts and stuff, to force the Faroese people to remove the grind. But in doing so, you're increasing the suffering in the world. You're actually doing the world a disservice. You're actually doing something horrible. You are not saving anyone. Well, you're saving a very specific set of animals, whilst drastically increasing the suffering of others. It's absurd, because how many whales get killed every year? It's what's the record? 2,000 something?
It might be
That was the all-time highest.
for 800 years or something.
Yeah.
All-time record ever, like 2000.
Yeah, because we had numbers for all the years.
But
Yeah.
like really, is pilot whale meat really worse than ground beef from the supermarket? No, ground beef from the supermarket is way worse for the planet. It's way more polluting, and
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot more greenhouse gases being emitted from the animal industry.
Which are your favorite places on the Faroe Islands? Every place is amazing there, but which are your favorite places, personally?
My mom's house. That's a good one. You always get spoiled there.
Mm.
Well, I like Jake a lot. Jake's a cozy place, but and I also like Saxon. But those are the most touristy places on the Faroes. So there's not any deep cuts for me here.
For me, it's Sumba.
Sumba.
Yeah, Sumba is a very underrated village. I think I love being there. It's the furthest most south.
Yeah. So would I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was a small kid, I couldn't pronounce my own name, but I could say Sumba, and then I later figured out that there was actually a village called that. And I was like, okay, that's the coolest village then.
Yeah. What about you, buddy?
For me, it's Vestmanna. It's called
The
Vestmanna.
beautiful bird cliffs of Westmanna. It's also quite an interesting place and
It's a nice
amazing
place.
place.
I like it there, yeah. And my father is from there.
Yeah.
It's my favorite place.
Yeah. What are your plans for the future? You are now on tour. Now you are in Berlin. You will play in the UK next week. So what are your plans? Making new album or more touring, or after the tour, staying for a while on the Faroes and playing locally?
All of those things that you mentioned, I think, actually, all of them. Yeah, make some new music.
You sort of ended up in this circle of I guess we're in there now, wherein you're touring, so you've got to write new music. So yeah, when we're done touring, we got to write new music because we got other shows booked in the future, so we got to have new music for that. And then when we have new music, we got to book more tours.
And we gotta chill more in the Faroes. Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably chill a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for the talk.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
We
you.
suggest.
We suggest.
Bye.